Okay. Oh, welcome everybody. This is our pre-Shred 10 meeting. So I want to go over a couple of things with you. My name is Robin, and I'm one of the Shred 10 leaders, and you will hear from another one or two or more of the Shred 10 leaders that join in with us every month to inspire others to flood their body with whole food nutrition. So the Shred 10 is designed to help you take the foods out and habits that are not serving you and focus on flooding your body with whole food nutrition. And we're going to do that together. So people hear Shred 10 and they automatically think 10 pounds. And that could be true. But really, it's about the 10 days and shredding a number of things toward better health. But again, the releasing of unwanted pounds is a side effect of taking out things that don't serve you. There really are two startling trends in our world that I just want to touch on really quick. Two things one of them we can't change is the environment. There's different toxins and things that happen that we breathe in. We can't not breathe. And so you can't really not get the toxins, and that is what's going on. And then the second trend that's happening is our food quality is not the same that it was like in the 50s. That now our food has a lot of chemicals in it, lots of processed foods. Our vegetables are being picked before they're ripened, and the soil isn't necessarily helping the fruits and vegetables flourish. So those two things are causing chaos in our bodies, the environment and the food, and you see that in the health of our society. More cancer, more diabetes, more autoimmune. There's all these things that are working against us. And the Shred 10, it's a jump start to better health, but it is helping you put the pause on things that are not serving you. And when we flood our bodies with the foods that are serving us, it helps to balance everything out. So for 10 days, you're going to eliminate the following things, and I'm going to explain in detail. So gluten is the wheat, or the protein that is found in wheat. So when you're eliminating gluten, that means that you're not having bread and pasta and cookies and things that contain wheat. And wheat now, because of the way that it is processed, sometimes our digestive system doesn't recognize it, which is why there's this uptake of gluten-free foods. Now you would say, okay, if I'm not eating gluten, then can I now have gluten-free bread, or can I have gluten-free, yes, Bernetta, it's being recorded. Bernetta sending me messages. I made sure that I did that. You're thinking, okay, can I have gluten-free donuts or gluten-free? No. So when we go down to eliminating processed foods, that there takes away substituting regular bread then for gluten-free bread. But what I want you to know, and let me tell you this, what is good, you can do oatmeal, you can do rice, sweet potatoes, plantains, corn tortillas. So that's what you'll be subbing out or putting in place of your gluten. And I make pasta out of zucchini, zoodles, and I put that over or under my spaghetti, and it works out really well. You're taking away dairy, which is cheese, yogurt, milk, and you can do anything for 10 days. Caffeine, now there's some of you out there that doesn't even sound right to you to eliminate caffeine. If you drink like 3 or 4, 6, 10 cups of coffee a day with caffeine, and you try to go cold turkey, that might upset your world and give you a headache. So if that is the case, then a recommendation is that you reduce the amount of caffeine. So if you have 10 cups of coffee a day, then you would do 5 with caffeine and 5 decaf, just to wean yourself down. Alcohol, that's self-explanatory. Processed foods, that's everything pretty much in a package in the store. So we're gonna pull that back as much as we can. And sugar, there's good news and maybe not good news about this sugar thing. For those of you who have an immense sweet tooth, y'all might not like the sound of that. The good news is that the complete shakes that you'll be using, the Juice Plus Complete, it's sweet, it's tasty, and it has about as much sugar in it as an apple. So you're getting some sugar in its natural form from the complete protein. So hopefully that will tide you over. And then lastly, we're going to stop eating between 6:30 and 7. Now, if you are a nurse and you work an untraditional schedule and you're wondering how on earth to manage that, reach out to one of your Shred 10 leader, and he or she will help to explain how you can manage that. Because we definitely want to make sure that that you're getting enough food. So you're going to add in exercise 3 to 4 days a week. Now, what does exercise mean? So some of us who don't, some of y'all, right? I do my exercise, but some of the people that don't exercise, moving more than you move now would constitute as exercising. So if it's taking a walk around the block, doing more than you used to do, 3 to 4 days a week of doing more. If you're already exercising, then push it a little more during our Shred 10 period. Drink enough water so that your urine is clear. Work on that. That is where I struggle, but drink enough water so your urine is clear. You're going to sleep 7 to 8 hours a night. That's the aim. You're going to add in 2 Juice Plus complete shakes per day. And I'll talk a little bit more about what that looks like in just a second. And recommended, not required, but recommended. I'll tell you why it's recommended. But you're going to add in your Juice Plus fruits, vegetables, and berries in a chewable or capsule form as well. We're doing this together, so I'm doing the shred with you, and I need to do it just like everybody else. We do it together for 10 days every month, starting on Monday, June the 10th, and we're going through June the 19th. And we're holding each other accountable. Your shred leader will check in with you and make sure you're doing okay. We have a Facebook group that hopefully you're a part of, and we'll be posting and talking and checking in. So we want to know how you're doing. Good, bad, ugly, and otherwise. If you're struggling, let us know. If you're rocking it, let us know, because your success is inspiring other people, and your challenges lets everybody know that they're not alone. If you don't have Facebook, let your Shred 10 leader know, and he or she will connect with you via text or another way. So, do you have the following items? Do you have your 4-week meal plan? So after the shred, this meal plan is useful to you to keep going on your journey. Do you have your shred menu guide, your digital recipe book, and the access to our Facebook group? So if none of this sounds like familiar, or you don't have this, connect with your Shred 10 leader and say, where's my stuff? To make sure that you get it. And then there is a Shred 10 success guide. And then most importantly, do you have your personal drive and commitment? You can do anything for 10 days. So the menu looks a little something like this. Meal 1, you're doing your shake. Now, I want you to hear this, especially if you're diabetic. If you're diabetic, I don't necessarily recommend that you add a banana in there. If you're not diabetic, you can add in a half of a banana or a half of a cup of fruit. And if you add in a nut butter, almond butter, peanut butter, sunflower seed butter, that will give you some good fat and keep you satiated longer. But what you don't want to do is just add so much fruit in it that you are adding too much, even though it's fruit, too much fruit sugar. So, but you're going to have your Juice Plus shake in the morning. If you need a snack, then you can do some turkey breast and some vegetables. If you eat animal protein, if you're vegetarian or vegan, you can have some hummus and some water with some veggies. So again, your shake is replacing your breakfast. For lunch, that's where you add in your shake again. And I recommend at this point that you just do the shake, not as a smoothie. So I only recommend 1 smoothie a day, and the other one just to be the complete with unsweetened almond milk or coconut milk or even water. And if you feel like you need you're hungrier, then you can add a salad. So when I do my lunch, literally, I'm out and about. I put my protein in a shaker bottle with water, and I drink that, and I have some cucumbers or tomatoes, and that's it. What's good about this is it eliminates you having to plan, figure, and think. You know what your breakfast is, you know what your lunch is, And your dinner, that's the only thing that may take some thought. But for your dinner, you can do chicken, fish, turkey, tempeh, tofu. Now, if you eat red meat, then you can do a lean carne asada, which is flank steak, lean top sirloin, or lean ground if you do eat red meat. But best practices is just to do the chicken, the turkey, the fish, and so forth. But the bottom line is, for dinner, you can be creative with that. But what you do want to stick to is a half of a cup of your brown rice or your quinoa or a small yam, and then that water. All right, so that's kind of the layout of the land for those 10 days. And preparation is key. So Bernetta is somewhere out in the world, and I would love for her to pop on and just talk about preparation, because I'm always inspired when I hear her talk about it. So Bernetta, are you somewhere out there in the universe?
Are you? Can you hear me?
Yes. Oh, I can hear you and I can see you looking all spa-like, looking all cozy.
Yes, BJ with me. So yes, one of the things I recommend is that you go to your calendar and you look at these 10 days, starting with that first Monday, the 10th, and all the way through Wednesday, the 19th. And really take some time, make some notes to yourself about what kinds of things are you doing for that week. The last time we were on the shred, or actually the first time I was doing it, we were actually traveling, and we had to figure through now, I'm going to be on a plane. I need to take my shaker bottle with my water and my packet. What are the things that are going on? Do you have meetings that you have to attend? Do you have projects and pressure-filled things? All those kinds of things. Now, listen, the 10th, the week of the 10th, the weekend is Father's Day. And that means that you're going to be going out to dinner somewhere. So the truth is, you might need to have lunch, a meal, and let your shake be dinner. And those are the kinds of things that we want you personally to think your way through, so that nothing that week, as best as you can, catches you off guard. Because again, you want to be on top of it. I'm telling you, these 10 days are really going to have a big, deep impact on you. We want you to get the full effect. So, and of course, we're here, all of your Shred 10 leaders, and we've got the Facebook page, the text messaging, and we're available to you. If you get caught, you have a question like, what do I eat, or what do I do? Call us. We will be as available to you as possible. But if you'll take that time this weekend to sit down with yourself and discuss those things, I promise you'll be able to use those menus, that guide, and figure out exactly what you're going to do so you can be on it for 10 days. Oh, and if you're on my team, you should take a before picture this weekend and get your weight, because you're going to be thrilled to see just how well you've done at the end.
Thank you. I always love hearing you say that, because it reminds me that yes, Father's Day is coming up, and don't let that be an excuse. Because I want you to recognize this, because I hear people say this all the time. Oh, I gotta wait to start the shred because it's in January. Oh, I gotta wait. Super Bowl is coming. February, I gotta wait because of Valentine's Day. March, I gotta wait because spring break and Easter and somebody's birthday and somebody's funeral. And April, I gotta wait because of this. And May is Mother's Day. And June, right? Every month it's something going on. And then it's Halloween. Whew. You can't wait to be healthy. You can't wait to live your best life, you see, because there's a holiday, a festival, a funeral, a marriage, a this, a that, a baby shower, all that every month, all the time. So don't wait. Just do it.
Can I say one more thing, Robin?
Yeah, I want you to say a lot of more things. I actually want you to talk about the fruits and say one more thing, and then talk about the fruits and vegetables and the berries and why and what you knew from your Yes.
Yes. Okay. So I want to say one more thing. For those of you that are first timers, especially, you might make a little oops along the way. I mean, I want you to understand it doesn't have to be perfect to be effective. So if you find that you forgot a shake one day, oh my gosh, and never got my second shake in, or you didn't quite drink all your water, or this isn't that's no reason to one slip up get you down. Just gather yourself together and recommit to your plan, and then move forward. But yes, I will say that in my first group, I probably had 17 shredders in my first group. And my top three shredders were the ones who had the fruits, berries, and the veggies as a part of their regimen already. And they lost 13. One was 11. Two were 11, and one was 13 pounds that they lost in those 10 days. Wow. Now, those that were on the duo, they fell somewhere between the 8 and the 10. And then those that just did the complete shake, they lost at least 5 pounds. Everybody on the shred at least lost 5 pounds. So I want to encourage you, if you are just doing it this time with the complete, know that there are greater results to be had once your body is fully nourished and flooded with all the wonderful nutrients that the Juice Plus capsules or gummies can bring to your shred experience.
Yeah, and I think, I don't know if y'all can see my cat, y'all. He didn't step in the picture, just do a little, a little cameo. But I think sometimes people don't understand the value of adding the fruits and vegetables. And I want to say this, and I want to tell you the value. And again, if you have the complete only, please start there, right? Get started, but just consider in the future shreds to add in the fruits, the vegetables, and the berries. And here's why. I don't know if you know, but we should have 9 to 13 servings of fruits and vegetables in our bodies. And as I mentioned to you, with the health, the trends of the society right now, what our body is missing is our nutrients to combat what's going on. It is the phytochemicals and the nutrients in the fruits and vegetables raw that gives our body that extra armor. So if you're not eating 9 to 13 servings of fruits and vegetables, and it's very difficult to do that, the Juice Plus fruits, vegetables, and berries bridges the gap between what you're eating and what you're not getting, and that makes so much of a difference. It's like when your body gets the nutrition, it knows what to do, it starts to respond, and it's working on you from a cellular level. I want to tell this quick story because when I was first introduced to Juice Plus, the very first thing that came out of my mouth, and I'm a nutritionist, I eat well, but the very first thing that came out of my mouth was, well, how much is it going to cost? That was the very first thing. I was, for some reason, I forgot that I wanted to be healthy. I forgot that I was trying to live my best life. I even forgot that my purse was way more expensive and my shoes were very nice, way more expensive than Juice Plus could ever be. And I had the nerve to say, well, how much does it cost? As I was holding my Michael Kors bag. And I can tell you, Michael Kors has never done anything for me. He's never called my phone. He's never supported my health and nutrition, but I support him by buying his items. And then when it came to my health and nutrition, I had the nerve to say, well, how much is it? So once I got over that foolery for myself, I realized that nothing is too expensive for my health. And I'm not on medication. I don't go to the doctors for anything. I am saving money by focusing on my health. So I can't express that enough when it comes down to it. Dr. Bernetta, do you want to chime in on that? Because I always get excited by some of the things that you say on this topic.
You said that so perfectly. And, I'm just going to say, if we're honest with each other, we all have physical ailments that have gone on. Every one of us has had something that we dealt with. And you know that you didn't even feel yourself either getting high blood pressure. You didn't feel yourself getting diabetes. You didn't feel yourself having some issue or whatever going on in your body. But once you got to the doctor, you found out, oh my goodness, you have this lump or you have this condition, this situation that's going on. And the same thing is true when it comes to your health. You don't feel yourself not getting cancer. You don't feel yourself not developing diabetes. And so these are things we have to keep in mind. And the truth is, you're going to spend your money somewhere. You're either going to invest in your health right now, or you're going to spend that money, paying your doctor for chemo or paying for something. And so let's just value our health. I mean, it's just, how does the scripture? I would that you prosper and be in health. That's in the Bible. God wants you to be healthy. And so I think that this is just right on target, Robin, to help us get that proper focus. And hey, you guys, it's 10 days. It's 10 days. and you're gonna feel so good. Oh my goodness, I just can't wait. Yeah, you're gonna want to keep shredding. I had to tell some of my shredders, okay, wait, we can take a break and then we'll shred again.
And then also when you add the capsules, your child or grandchild or your neighbor's child or whoever child that you want to sponsor will get Juice Plus for free. And why this is extra great is because our children are at a worse health position than we are as adults. They eat far more processed foods, far less fruits and vegetables, and all 96% of the children that take Juice Plus as a chewable or a capsule have a positive health experience, be it allergies are less, not being sick, they're wanting to eat more fruits and vegetables, they don't miss school. There's this whole study that goes on. The Juice Plus company gives the child the capsules or gummies for free because there's a foundation that studies the effects of Juice Plus. And so as a parent or a sponsor of the child, then Juice Plus just wants you to make note of what you notice and document the success that the child is seeing from receiving the fruits and vegetables. So it's all good, y'all. And Juice Plus is not a multivitamin. Every time somebody calls it a multivitamin, I get all emotional about that because even though it looks like a vitamin because it's in a capsule, it's actually literally fruits and vegetables with the water taken out, turned into a powder. It is the pits, the peel, the seeds, all of that of the apples, the oranges, the berries, all of that, not a multivitamin. A multivitamin is only like a small snippet of nutrients and it's processed in synthetic form. Okay, so enough about that. What to expect from the shred? Bernetta, you want to talk about that?
Well, I will. So what can you expect? Well, one of the things that you might expect, not everyone has the same responses, as everybody's body is different, but you can expect that you might feel some sluggishness or a little bit of headache, or you might have what we call it the carb flu, but dieting, almost like a dieting flu. Because your body is actually cleansing itself. So I want you to imagine a fish tank. And you know how the water can be so clear and wonderful, but if you were to go down in those rocks and stir it up, all of a sudden it gets cloudy. Well, sometimes when you're cleaning out your body, all this stuff, all that wonderful stuff going through there, the water might get cloudy and you might feel a little tired. You might feel maybe a little like malaise is what they call it. That's the professional technical term. But don't worry, those feelings are temporary. And after that, you're going to get a high, my loves. You're going to be feeling really good and you're going to get through that. So the first couple of days, you might feel a little something, but after that, I promise it's going to get better.
And if you do feel a sense of a detox effect, and it doesn't happen to it doesn't happen to everyone, but if you do feel that, let your Shred 10 leader know. If you get a headache for any reason, if you're feeling extra tired or what have you, because again, you're getting all this stuff out of your body and your body is used to sugar, is used to processed foods if that's what you do, and your body might be wondering, what are you trying to do here? And so it might be trying to tell you that, whoa. So let your Shred 10 leader know. And then for others of you, you will just feel amazing. You'll feel the energy. You'll feel so many different things. But at the end of the day, you will see pounds come off of that scale. You will. So 10 days to better health. You're going to add in your shakes and your trio, water, exercise, and you're going to sleep. You're going to eliminate gluten, dairy, caffeine, alcohol, processed foods, sugar, and eating after 6:30 or 7 p.m. After the Shred 10, well, a couple things. We have a wrap-up meeting on the 20th because we want to know that you're still with us and how you're doing. You have your meal plan, which we'll go over again at the wrap-up meeting to help you still stay on that journey. People do 3 things after Shred 10. So on the 11th day, this is what people tend to do. They say, whew, those 10 days are over. Give me my cheese, my beer, my bread, they just go right back to the way that they were doing, right? They did their 10 days and now they're just like, let me get back to what I used to do. And then their body's like, what are you doing? Like you did all, like your body will tell you what it didn't appreciate. So if you didn't eat gluten for 10 days and drink alcohol and eat sugar, and then you do, your body is going to tell you how much it doesn't appreciate that. It'll tell you. So that's one thing people do. Hop right back into it. Other people say, you know what? I like the way I feel. I do miss my coffee. I do miss my, glass of wine at night, but I don't need the cheese and I don't need the bread. I'm gonna keep some of this that I learned from the shred, and I'm gonna discard some of the other things. So people go back into the 11th day, keeping some of the habits and not keeping others, which is fair. And then some people say, you know what, I feel too good. I am inspired. I am going to keep going. I'm not going to stop shredding. I'm going to keep on right on through the rest of the month and make it their lifestyle. So that's what you will fall into one of those three. Ditch it all together on the 11th day, do it some way or another, or just keep on going depending on how you feel. So with that being said, I'm going to stop sharing the screen and see if y'all have any questions or comments before we get off. Anytime we meet, we try to keep our meetings to, BJ's too cute. I can't take all this cuteness from BJ. I can't take it. She's so pretty. I think she like lightens up my day. Like seriously, we always want to keep things to 30 minutes. So this is now a good time to ask any questions, get anything clarified. You can unmute yourself and ask the question. If you're super shy, you can type it in, but now's the time to say something. Hey, Carlene. So any questions, comments, anything anybody want to say before we cut it off?
Yes, I would like to ask a question if you can, if I can.
Yes.
This is Veronica. On the capsules that you take, and we're taking 2, can we split that up and have like take 3, one of each in the morning and then like one of each in the noontime?
Yep.
You have to take them all at once.
No, you can spread them out. You can take 2, 2 and 2, 3 and 3. You can spread them out however you want to. Whatever works for you. Because this is the truth is some people, the capsules are hard to swallow. They're big and they don't want to swallow 6 of them at a time. And then if you're like me, I forget. So if I don't take them all, I won't take them none because I'll forget. But yes, you can absolutely spread them out so that it works for you. Thank you for that question. Absolutely. All right. Any other questions?
Something else you could do with the capsules is you could break them up into your shakes. So that's what I've heard a couple of people talk about is
well, it's not that they're too large, but the first time I took all 6 this morning, it sort of, I started coughing. Yeah. And I threw up a little.
Yeah.
So I'm like, that might be a little too much all at once.
Correct. So go ahead and break them up.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely. And then as Bernetta said, you could open them up and dump them into your shakes. Because I have some shredders who have a reflux for swallowing. So they just open them up and put them in the shakes. And that's how they take them every day. But absolutely, break them up. I have some customers that tell me, they can feel the capsule in their chest. Even, they're drinking all this water, but they can still feel it. So yes, play around with it so that it works for you. Most definitely. Absolutely.
Okay. Yeah.
Very good. Any other questions? All right. Bernetta, do you want to say anything before we head off? I'm going to stop the recording.
I'm just wishing everyone the best shred ever.
Ever. And so, and just, we want to make sure you're in the Facebook group. I see Carlene on here, so I'm calling her out. Maybe she'll give us some magical recipes. We have some shredders that are just really good cooks, and they have some inspiring recipes. So I hope that those shredders, and you know who you are, will post some of those yummy creations that you all have. So with that being said, we're all sending you love and blessings and happy shredding, and we will see you over the next 10 days. Yes. Bye. Bye-bye.